So I now want to describe the differences between declarative and procedural memory. So humans have different systems for information storage, and they're known as declarative and procedural memory. So there's different ways people store information. One's declarative and one's procedural. So declarative memory is the storage and retrieval of information available to the consciousness. Okay, this is available to our conscious mind. That might entail information like a phone number or something like that. And it can be expressed in the form of language. So meaning you have the information, it's in your conscious mind, and you're able to express it. And an example of declarative memory is the ability to remember a phone number. Okay, that's a kind of a cheesy example, but it's the example I'm going to use for this process, And you're able to do so because you have this ability to not only remember what your phone number is, but you have the ability to use the, 555-666, whatever your phone number is, and blurt it out in language. It's understandable. People know what you're talking about, and you're able to describe it and explain what it is. So the second part is called procedural memory, and procedural memory is not directly available to the consciousness, or it's available to the consciousness, but not in great detail. Okay, so it's kind of like the stuff you know subconsciously. Okay, you're not really thinking about it per se directly. It's not the kind of stuff you can store and retrieve, but you know the information. And these memories involve skills, okay? So these are skills that are performed on the unconscious level, such as walking. Now, walking might not be the greatest example of this process, but it's halfway decent, okay? Because you don't really think about it, right? You don't go around saying, well, I put my right foot down on my heel, then I step to my toes, then I put my left foot down, then and if I want to turn, I move this way. You don't go through this whole thought process, okay? You learned how to walk, you went through the process of developing that as a young child, and you just kind of do it. So it's not like something you sit down and think heavily about and think long and hard about before you do it, okay? And that's sort of what this idea of procedural memory is.